For more content like this, log on to GibboPresents.com.
It's Gibbo, and right now I'm joined by one of dancehall's rising stars. It is Kemar Highcon. Kemar, how are you?
I'm good, man. Oh gosh.
Let's start with a little background about yourself before we get into the hugely popular single. Back in Jamaica, I believe you went to the same high school as Christopher Martin. I'm guessing he must have been a little older than you, though?
Yeah, he's a little bit older than me. Christopher Martin, definitely. We did attend the same high school. We also had a little, I wouldn't say crew, but a little group that we get together on recess or lunchtime and, just wrap it up a little bit. We both was in the same drama club, so he became a best friend of mine. You get what I'm saying? Long story short, he left high school after winning a prom competition there, and then entered a popular competition in Jamaica called Rising Star. And ever since then he had been a big influence in my life in terms of a mentor and also somebody I look up to musically.
So, did his success in the business inspire you and make you think that being a star was a realistic goal, something that you could achieve too?
I mean, even before he became successful, we always had those goals and aspirations as a youth. You know what I mean? It's something that I always tell myself that I can do, and I always put my mind to doing it. But seeing him doing it, it just makes it more realistic.
So you always had dreams of being an artist even when you lived in Jamaica before you migrated to the States?
Not really an artist, but I know I always wanted to do something in the art form. I know I'm always thinking of ways to express myself throughout art. I know for me, I like getting dressed. I love fashion. I'm a very good talker with words, so I figure, why not just put it to good use? You know what I mean? And music has always been a big part of me, so with that being said, I just group them together and just make it happen. You know what I mean?
So when you recorded your first song only 3 years ago in 2013, did you see music as a possible career path, or were you just experimenting because this was something that you loved?
I mean, anything I do, I always try to put my best in it. So, with that being said, I always know that I had the possibilities to become somebody in music. You know what I mean? Because when I recorded that first song, it wasn't a bad song. I got good receptions from it, and I put my all into it. It wasn't something that I said, okay, I'm just gonna experiment and do it mediocre. I put my time and my effort into it, and it did turn out pretty well. It wasn't a big single, but in the area where I now reside, it was played by the DJs, and the people accepted it well. So I know that going forward, I would just have to make better songs to expand in terms of growth. You know what I mean?
Fast forward to December 2015, you unleashed Oh Gosh on the world, which has been a huge breakthrough single for you and has been played on radio stations like Hot 97, Power 105, Zip FM, and many others. When you stepped out of the booth, did you think to yourself, I've just recorded a big hit? Did you think the song would receive this much attention?
I mean, recording the song, I felt like the song was a song for me. You know what I mean? Composing the song, as a matter of fact, I felt like, okay, this is a song for me, because just the whole concept that I put together and the word "oh gosh," it's used by everybody you could think of, from the youngest to the oldest. You know what I mean? So when I put together the idea and I recorded the song, I felt like, okay, this song can be pretty effective. Not thinking that it would be a breakthrough song for me, but a pretty effective song in the case that, I will have the attention of the people besides the people around where I reside. You know what I mean?
Can you give me a bit more information about how you came up with and developed the concept for this song? Was there a situation or something which happened which prompted you to write it?
Today we live in a day and age, I believe that everything is fast. You know what I mean? A lot of people believe in the fast way of life. A lot of people believe that there's a quick way to everything. So with that being said, I felt like me addressing that in a song, in a creative way, will get my point across. You know, as you can see, I labeled a few things in the song, or I list rather a few things in the song. You know, in terms of nobody wants to work. You know what I mean? They want the fast way, basically. In so many words, I said. You know what I mean? And I feel like in society today, that's all that majority of that's what's going on. You know, nobody wants to really to work for theirs. You know, everybody wants a fast way out. So with that being said, I put the concept together, you know, from what I observed, and I just executed the idea, and it's very effective. You know what I mean?
You've been working hard to push the single. I know you pressed up promo CDs and you've been giving out Oh Gosh lip balm to the ladies. To me, this was a great marketing tactic and not something you see a lot of artists doing. Whose idea was this?
This was all my idea. I mean, I have discussed it with my team, you know, which is the ranch team, which is Q and the rest of the guys over there at the ranch, and you know, they gave their input on it and their ideas also. But when I sat to myself, I thought to myself, like, everybody do CDs, everybody do t-shirts. Let me try to be a little bit different, you know, and try to be creative as I always try to be, you know, try to be a little bit more on the edge side, you know, to grab more attention to what I'm really promoting right now. And so far, the reception of it is very well also, you know what I mean? Because not everybody's going to think of the concept of a lip balm to promote something, you know what I mean?
You're very active on social media and you seem willing to engage and interact with your fans. Do you think this has played a role in your popularity and success to date?
Definitely. I mean, the bigger I grow, is the more humble I become, because I feel like without the people, you know, without my social media and without people actually listening to my song, there would be no song to even talk about at this day. You know what I mean? So I try to remain my humbleness as I grow, you know, slowly but surely, and try to interact with each and every person, you know what I mean? Because that means something to them as much as it means to me, you know what I mean? The fact that they're reaching out and telling me, hey, I love the single, or hey, I love the work that you're doing, you know, that encouraged me, that pushes me to do more, you know, and keep going. So I try my very best to reach out to each and every person that reach out to me, you know, or even if I come across something, you know, that I wasn't tagged in, that I just show my appreciation as much as possible, because without these people, there would be no Oh Gosh song to talk about today, you know what I mean?
And I noticed you shared a post from one fan listening to Oh Gosh, who I think was out in Dubai. Did he just reach out to you out of the blue, and did it surprise you that your song was being played in the Middle East?
I mean, it was very surprising, because I just woke up the morning. First and foremost, I woke up the morning and I got a message from somebody in Kenya, in Africa, you know, saying that, hey, we love your song over here, we wish to see you soon, you know, and I was pretty impressed, because I'm like, Kenya. And then a few minutes after, I saw the tag up with the guy over in Dubai, and I felt overwhelmed, because I'm like in the Middle East, you know, little old me, you know what I mean? And that just goes to show you that music has wings, you know what I mean? And once you create good music that people will love, you know, it has no boundaries, you know. So the guy, he ended up sending me a message and saying, hey, I love your song, you know, the people here love it, you know, trust me, it's a very good single, I can see you going far, you know. And that meant so much to me, because this is somebody I totally not know, and we never had any interaction before, you know what I mean?
As you mentioned earlier, you are part of the Ranch Entertainment family. How did this link up come about?
Well, Ranch Entertainment, of course, I would say it's due to the relationship of Christopher, because Christopher Martin was a part of the Big Yard family. Well, he's a part of the Big Yard family, and the Big Yard family, of course, was Shaggy's first home. You know what I mean? Before he branched off and made his own label. And with me being around Christopher Martin, of course, I went around the ranch a lot. And from time to time when Chris will go there to record songs and stuff like that, I used to go over there also. And from there and then, I started my own thing, and I released the single, and we always had a good relationship regardless of what, released the single, and from there everything just popped off, you know what I mean?
What are the next steps for you career-wise? I know you've just released a single, Control, on SoundCloud. Will you continue to just put out singles, or is there an EP or a mixtape maybe on the way?
For right now, I think that if I continue releasing singles, effective singles that will keep the people entertained, that gives me time to put together a very effective body of work, which I will label as an EP also, that the people will have to say, okay, this is his project that he put time and effort into. I don't think it's a good idea for me to just say, okay, I have one song, so I should run and do an EP, you know what I mean? I want to give them at least 3 to 4 singles that I know that they will love and enjoy for a time, while I put in some work and I put in some time to do an EP,
Before I let you go, I've noticed you often like to wear football or soccer, for the American viewer, jerseys. Are you a big fan of the game, or do you just like the look?
That's definitely a new thing for me, a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people have a favorite team, which I do have a favorite team also, but I just like to be different, wearing different jerseys. I feel like people question, like, which team is his favorite team, It's always something to talk about me. So with me doing that, that's the idea behind that, you know what I mean? So maybe someday down the line I'll disclose what soccer team is really my favorite team. For now, I'll just rock a few jerseys, you know what I mean?
It's like a religion over here in the UK. Kemar, continued success, and thanks a lot for taking time to chat.
No problem, and I really, really appreciate it, and I'll definitely keep giving the people good music, and I'll try my best to keep interacting as much as possible, no matter how overwhelming it gets, you know what I mean? Because it do get overwhelming, but definitely I really appreciate talking with you guys, and I wish to talk to you guys soon again.
Gibbo presents